Now we're gonna start from malware. What is malware? Malware basically malicious software. It can be software, it can be a code, it can be a file. These called malware. Consider malware in our real world bad people. In bad people, many things are coming. Maybe a person who deceives someone is also a bad person. Maybe a person who kills someone else is also a bad person. We all together call them bad person. Maybe somebody thief something, again is a bad person. So means there are many category which is coming under bad person. The same way malware is basically for malicious software. Means bad application. Now many things coming under this one. Many things coming like a virus is also a malware. Worm, Trojan, Rootkits, Spyware, Botnet, Logic Bomb, Keylogger, Adware, Scareware. All these things coming under malware like a bad person. Now bad person can be anybody. I give an example. So this is called malware. Altogether we call them malicious software. It can be a virus, worm, Trojan, rootkit, spyware, scareware, botnet, logic bomb, DOS, DDoS, adware. All those things are called altogether malware. So now we know what is malware. All these are the category of malware. Bad people which react differently. Somebody deceive you, there's a different way. Somebody thief, there's a different way. Somebody killing, so some bad person are very dangerous. Some of them are maybe somebody deceive you for a while or something and then he says okay. So definitely these are malware. Now coming to the first malware are bad person and type of a bad person, and this is malware which is virus. Virus is basically executable file and they can harm your assets and they can destroy your system, your data, your resources, your design, whatever, your network. But virus is this type of malware which couldn't run automatically. Means somebody need to activate them. Some people in our society, they are bad people, but they are good until you never touch them. You get what I'm saying? Even in our Asian countries, this sort of people you will see. They are very good. They will never say anything to you until you touch them. When you touch means that you communicate with them or something or whatever and you deceive them or what, then this guy will be bad for you. So virus is the same thing. It is attached to your software, your whatever, everything application, but it will do nothing. It will be in your system for year and year, but until nobody activate them, it will do nothing. It will never damage your system. Just give an example. But when you interact with them, when you either any other application run them, maybe the virus is in your executable file, suppose PDF file. So when you open PDF, it means it will be executed. If you are not opening that PDF file for year and year, then it will never damage your system. You get what I'm saying? This is virus. It means virus needs some sort of activation to damage your system. Now coming to another type of malware is worm. Now worm is very dangerous. It's replicate themselves and spread in your network and your system, and it will destroy your system in a minute. Now it is opposite of virus. That doesn't require any execution. It will execute automatically. When it's come to your one system, it will go to another system, third system in your network, and it will destroy your whole infrastructure in a minute. So this is the this is the difference between virus and worms. Okay. Now coming to another type of malware is adware. Advertising support malware. You will get advertisement like this, that your system is very dangerous and this and that, you need to clean, just pay $1 or something. So this is called Adware, advertising support malware. Either they are selling something and those things also coming under this Adware, which is called advertising support malware. This is also one type. And bad person, I told you, somebody deceive you. It's also bad person. So you may thinking Adware, it's an ad coming. I will not click, it's okay. But many people will click who don't know, who is not computer educated, and they will pay as well. Another which is also a dangerous one is ransomware. This is also type of malware. Ransomware, ransom money. You may watch Indian movies. Normally when somebody kidnap, they say that pay me that much money, then I will release the person. So this is called ransom money. Again, this is ransomware, means a malware. This is also type of malware. What they do, basically a ransomware, which is, I think so in 2000, I don't know, 2017 or something, even in Saudi Arabia, there was a huge attack of WannaCry. This is one type of ransomware. WannaCry, there are many other, but this is the most famous one, WannaCry attack. And it hack all the systems, their government, everything. It will do nothing. It will encrypt. We just say encrypt, it will encrypt your system. And now they have the key to decrypt them. Nobody else can do anything. Yeah, if it is your personal system, just format your hard drive and reinstall the window and you can use, but you will never recover anything. Why? Because when the data is encrypted, so you cannot recover them back. Yeah, if it is a normal data, you delete them, it is there. And you can recover them. Because it converts to 0 and then you make them 1 and you can recover. But in the case of ransomware, because it encrypts your system, so you have only two options. Either to pay them to decrypt and give you the key, and the second method is just format your hard drive, format your system and reinstall and use them. These two choices you have. So it will encrypt like this. And if I have somewhere this example, I can show you in lab as well, but right now I need to run this lab. It was Geek something, Geek Frank. Let me show you from here, this website, if they have. Let's see this one. There is one example which FBI, either this one. No, not this one. Let me go to the FBI log. Such is like this. Like this, it will be like this WannaCry. It will encrypt your system and it will show you that pay me. It will show you the bank detail, which you cannot trace that bank detail, by the way. Or maybe PayPal or something they show. So what you need to do, you have two choices. Either format your, which I told you. Second, just pay and they will send you the key. But it's also not certain that they will send you the key. Maybe they will not. And then unlock and you can use your system. So that's why it's called ransomware. You need to pay to decrypt the data. So this is also one type of attack. Another attack is, and which is coming under malware, is Trojan. Basically Trojan is, if you remember the story, Trojan story, Trojan horse, it was like a Trojan horse. If I have an image, you may remember this story, and if you go and search this story, what happened in old days, there were, protection all over the city, and there were no such, like now we have latest technology to go inside, but in those days, so what they done, they create such type of Trojan and they put their soldier inside and they gift them these things, and the night time they open the door, they go through this and they open the door and they attack on some place. It's an old story, I don't know, you can go through them. So this concept coming from there. That's why this type of malware is called Trojan. This is also malicious program which will look like a regular application. You will say, okay, it's a good application, it's a PDF, or maybe it's a Word file, or maybe it's a Word application, or maybe it's a calculator, or maybe any other application or program. But when you run them, behind the scene it will damage your system. Same like this one, because they gift them and it's look like that just a normal thing, but inside there is army. That's why they give them this name, Trojan. And there are many Trojans for HTTP and HTTPS Trojan, document Trojan, and botnet Trojan, VNC Trojan, remote access Trojan, data hiding Trojan, banking Trojan, DOS Trojan, FTP, and so many Trojans are there, which look like a regular application, but it will hide your data, it will down your system, it will capture your data, it will hide your data, and it can do many things. So this is called Trojan. Okay, that's a Trojan. So you don't need to download free application and all those things. Normally it's coming from there, from chat, from Facebook chat, and from all those things is coming. Okay. Another type of malware is spyware. This is also one type of malware. What spyware? Spy, to spy something. It will collect your private information from your PC. And it will capture your banking detail, your other information, your key information, your private anything, and it will send to someone else with the hacker. So this is called spyware, to spy on your detail, private data. Another malware is rootkit. Root and kit. Basically root and kit. Root is administrator and Unix. We will use Linux many time and Kali Linux. So you will see there is by default one user with the name root. Like in Windows we have admin account. And kit means that suppose you are normal user, you can do nothing in the system. You cannot delete anything, you can do nothing. Sometimes you need administrative privilege to do something. So rootkit is a method. So as a normal user, what you will do? You will get administrative access. As a normal user, I'm saying. If I get a time, I will show you this one. In Windows XP, there is, I will log in as a normal user. I will not change time. I cannot change anything. I cannot delete anything. But I will use a rootkit method. So as a normal user, I will get a privileges of administrator. Then I will do everything. Because if you are normal user and you get the privilege of administrator, so you can do anything. So this is called rootkit. It's a method to get the high privileges. If suppose you are not allowed somewhere and you get a pass or something and you go inside like a cinema or something, there are special seats for someone for high. And you, somehow as a normal user, you get that VIP pass and you go there and you sit with VIP people and you watch that Salman Khan movie. So it means you get a rootkit. As a normal user, which you are not privileged to sit there with Prince and all those guys, and you get that. This is called rootkit. So this is also one type of malware as well, which is not to be. Now keyloggers. Keylogger is basically what they do. Whatever you type in the keyboard, it will capture those keys. If I have somewhere, I'm not sure I have installed in Windows XP or somewhere. If I have Windows XP to show you quickly, there is Windows XP, yeah, this one. Let me on Windows XP to show you Keylogger as well. It's a small spyware application or program which is run in behind the scene and you will never see them. So what they will do, whenever you type any key, it will send those keys to the hackers, to the attackers. So it means when you type a password of your credit card or your login detail, so definitely it will not out of your keyboard. Definitely you will press the keyboard. So whatever you type, those keys will be sent to the attacker and they will say, okay, he typed this one. So this is the credit card detail. This is the password and they will get the detail. This is called keylogger. Then a scareware. Scareware malware. This is also type. It will scare you. A pop-up will come on your system that you need to install this application. You need to install this antivirus. This install anti-spyware. This is malware. If you not install, you are in dangerous and your system will be down in a minute or 2 or an hour, and you or everything will be this and that. So if you are not computer educated, even computer educated press them. So what they will do, they would do okay. And when they press, they download the useless software, they install the viruses and all those things in the system, and they damage their self automatically. So this is called scareware, which scare you. Also there is another malware which is logic bomb. Logic bomb means normally it destroy the bomb on time, on specific time. That's why it's called logic bomb. There are many type of malware which run on specific day and time. There is day and time fix. So when that time reach, it will run automatically. So this is type of things are called logic bomb. This is also one type of malware. Another malware is botnet. Botnets made from two words, bot and net, robot and network. So it means robot up network. Now what is botnet? Sometimes we call them zombie as well. Botnet, this is also, they will infect your system. Suppose what I do, like many people chat on Facebook from many countries, and I will show them that I am a female from USA and UK, and I will send them my picture. So when they click on that picture, behind that picture the botnet will run, and I will hijack that system. So such way I can hijack many systems, and from those systems then I will attack someone else. So now if that person, it means I'm running the what is called the pistol on someone else's shoulder. Now this is what we call proverbs in Asia, that you are running your pistol on someone else's shoulder. So it means end of the day, if this victim reach to these users, so they will reach to this guy, not the original person, because this person is using these systems as a botnet, as a zombie, because they send them the picture that I'm a female from USA and I want to marry you. When he click on that picture, there is no antivirus, no nothing on the system, and maybe he is a young person or maybe someone else who don't know anything. So they will hijack the system, and from his system they will attack someone else. So this type of thing is called botnet. Then another malware is DOS, denial of services, and DDoS, distributed denial of services, which I will show you some of the attack in next video. Now in denial of services attack, you send them a large number of requests, someone or some services on system and network, so which he cannot handle, and what will happen, the services will be denied and they will down. So this type of attack is called denial of services, means the services will become down because you send them a huge number of services. And you remember in the first lecture I told you CIA, there was the last one, availability, and the thing has to be available all the time, and you need to protect them from DOS and DDoS attack. So that's why I told you those three things are very important. Now you can use many methods for denial of services. Some of them I will show you, like a ping of death, Smurf attack, TCP sync flooding, CDP flooding, ICMP flooding, buffer overflow, and so many methods you can use to bring down the services, to bring down the network, to bring down the website, anything. It can be anything until there is no such protection. So this is called DOS or DDoS. DOS means from one place you are doing attack, like a zombie. You hijack one system and from there you are doing attack on someone. And if you are using multiple places and doing attack, this is called distributed denial of services, to bring down the services. Again, for this purpose you can use zombie, which is called botnet as well. Then another type of attack is SQL injection. You know injection, normally we say we get injection today. This is SQL injection. unconscious. You make SQL unconscious and he don't know and he give you anything. Like I give you an injunction and I whatever in your pocket I take them. So this is like a SQL injection as well. That's why they give them the name SQL injection. Basically all the web server, most of the web server and backend, they are using SQL for database. You know, like a user detail and so many information, patient detail, user detail, database, a lot of thing, and every website is dynamic nowadays. Like a Facebook, Google, your pictures, your many information are stored in database. So what will happen? It means your detail are stored in database and you do something that the SQL become unconscious and they give you all the information and they expose you all the information. This is called SQL injection, which I will show you in real world as well. This is basically a method. If your database is not secure, let me quickly show you. Anyway, I will give you another lab as well, but let me quickly show you, you will get the idea. This is the example. You know, when you put this command and your database is not secure, it means you need to secure each and everything nowadays. So what will happen? And also in password section, you know, normally in Google you log in, so you get name and password. Everywhere in Facebook you get name and password, username and password. But if the database is not secure and you put this command there and you click, it will show you all the user detail. Look at all the user detail, and also I can show you here as well and the other website as well. Click and they show me all the user detail. So consider them, suppose Facebook SQL is not protected and you put this command in Facebook, and if the Facebook is not protected, it will give you all the information. Let me go there and show you. I know it's a secure, but if I put this one in here, and if Facebook, like this one, it show me all the user detail, like this one, it show me all the detail of the users, and when I click, it will show me all the user, but this one is secure. Just give an example. So this is called database SQL injection. Another one is cross-site scripting. This one is the backend attack. You know, you are doing attack on backside where all the information are stored. But there is another sort of attack which is called cross-site scripting attack. This is client-side attack. In client-side attack, what you do, you get the session cookies, you get the information, you hijack the session. You know, suppose I open my bank account. Normally, suppose if I open my sub bank and when I log in, so now I'm logging. But if I take this session to the next level and copy in another browser, it will say no, you need to re-log in because that session is disconnected automatically due to security. Look at this, a system error. Even this is the same link which is here because of security. Otherwise, if this is session hijack, if somebody take these things and they can put in their browser, it means if I log in already to my bank, so it will be login there as well. So this is not a security. Now, if you want to get the exactly this thing which are showing me here but not in the other browser, they say no. And somebody log in, suppose I log in, I don't want to log in. But if I log in and you hijack this session, so it will open you the bank account and you can withdraw the money and you can do a lot of things. And he will not know any because the session is already established. No need to put the username and password. For that method, they are using cross-site scripting. Every website store cookies here. If I go click here, so even this sub, which is my account, so it store 13 cookies with the subnet, and these cookies are stored here. You can see these cookies stored in your system. So you can use cross-site scripting to get those sessions, and you can use this vulnerability and you can access the system. So this is called cross-site scripting. Again, I will show you practical all these things. Another type is phishing. It's like a phishing attack. In real world, we fish them. You have something and you catch a fish. Here, this is phishing also. You put something to steal the data and information. This is social engineering attack. Social engineering means to deceive human by email, by anything, by phone, by many method. You are trying to get the personal information of someone. Again, I will show you practically this one, phishing attack. To disguise someone by email, by website, by many method. Under phishing, many technology are coming. You can call someone that I'm your boss, please give me your username and password quickly. Otherwise, I will fire you. And you say, okay, you are new, and you give them a password. This is also phishing. Either someone send you a WhatsApp message or many other method in email. So this is called phishing. Okay. I will show you this example like a PayPal. So this is the actual one and this one is the fake one. So we will create one website. I will show you this one, phishing attack. Another one is man in the middle attack. Man in the middle. Suppose I am talking to you and someone is listening our conversation between us. This is called man in the middle. Again, practically from Kali Linux, I will show you this type of attack as well in next lecture. So man in the middle, suppose two person are doing communication. User is sending traffic to web server. User consider that I'm sending this traffic directly, but basically this traffic is going between man in the middle. So this man in the middle can listen the traffic of web application and user. So you are thinking that I'm sending the traffic directly, but it is indirectly, but you don't know. This type of attack is called man in the middle attack, which I will show you in the lab. Then data breach. Data breach means there are many things intentionally and unintentionally when you release the data to the public. Suppose your organization have personal information, financial information, health information, trade secret, personal information. What you do by mistake, what you done? You say, okay, I will work at home, and you upload the data to your cloud storage, maybe your Google Cloud. And you say, okay, let me upload to Google Drive and at home I will work on them. But you forgot that you share that Google Drive to your friends, your students. And unfortunately, those students access those data. So this is unintentionally you breach the data. Because you are not authorized to share their data to your friend and your colleagues, and they get those data because you upload them by mistake to Google Drive. This is just one example. Either you say that, okay, let me send the data, the file, which is secure file, which is health information, which is financial information, which is a secret data. And you say, let me send the data to my email, and at home I will receive, and then I will do work at home. But by mistake, when you type your email, you type the email of someone else. Normally when you try to type the email, so because other names start from the same things and we enter them. So suppose I try to send to my email and I send to you by mistake. So it means you receive a file which you are not authorized to receive. So this is also data breach, and it can be many other way. Maybe you put in USB and you left the USB at your friend house and you put them in CD, DVD or so many other things, or maybe in your laptop and your laptop has been stolen from your car, and for many other methods. This is called data breach. Some of them is intentionally and some of them is unintentionally. It can be anything.